Hey guys, welcome to today's reading. This one is all about what are their intentions towards you and this connection. This is perfect for an early dating relationship, someone you have a crush on, or someone you're in a relationship with. It could also be used though for an ex, twin flame, soulmate, situationship, whatever the case may be. And today we have a selection of cards for you to choose from. I'm going to pop the numbers up on the screen so you can see which of the cards is which. And if you want more clarity on this situation, you could check out the last reading I posted on my Patreon, which is all about what was the purpose or what is the purpose of this connection. So if you need more clarity on why you guys are together or what it may turn into, then that's a great one to watch. I also have other early dating readings and love readings over there. I just posted another one that's all about where you'll be in 4 years, as well as messages from your inner child. But there are over 75 exclusive readings you'll only get on Patreon, and you also get early and ad-free access to all my YouTube videos. They always get posted over there first. So if that sounds good to you and you want to sign up, head to the link underneath the timestamps in the comments in the description. So basically, you're going to see which of these cards is sticking out to you, calling your name, drawing your attention in towards it, and then as soon as you've made up your mind, just scroll down to the timestamps in the comments in the description and jump into your pile. I also want to mention that I do private readings. So if there's a burning question you have and you want to ask me about a specific situation, then you can book a spot with me. Or if you just want me to open channel and get messages from your guides, check in with your team, and just see where you're at on your path, we can do that as well. You get to decide kind of the focus of the reading. So if you want to book a spot with me, go to my website, briarrosetarot.com, and the link for that is in my description. So thanks for watching, guys. Now, if you need more time to decide, you can totally feel free to rewind, pause, and take as much time as you need. But we're going to go ahead and jump into pile one. Hey pile one, welcome to your reading. So if you picked this Chariot card, this is going to be your reading. I'm going to do a live shuffle. I've been doing them lately and really loving them, so we're going to do it again. What is pile one's person's intentions towards pile one? What is pile one's person's intentions towards pile one? Okay, we got the Queen of Cups, the Seven of Wands, Three of Wands, Three of Pentacles. Okay. What are pile one's intentions towards pile number one? Ooh, the Lovers, the Four of Cups, the Five of Cups, okay, and the Six of Wands. Okay, great. So I feel like your person's intentions towards you are very open towards longevity. They may be interested in a relationship. They may be looking for something long-term. And I feel like for them, they do feel that possibility of a connection with you. They may feel like you're very empathetic towards them, very understanding towards them. With that Queen of Cups energy coming through, they may also feel the need to be like protective of you, or this idea that there's competition to get you, and that they kind of have to not fight people off a little bit, but maybe they have to bring their A game a little bit with you. Like, I do feel like they want to impress you with the Seven of Wands, the Six of Wands coming out. I feel like they think of you as quite a catch. The Queen of Cups, Six of Wands, they may even want to like show you off on social media, introduce you to their friends, introduce you to their family. They may have this idea that someone like you, or that they were trying to find someone like you, that dating you is a bit of a prize for them, something that they're very, very proud of, and, you know, kind of want to shout from the rooftops a little bit. So yeah, I feel like honestly what I'm getting so far is it feels like we're still maybe exploring or learning, like this person isn't quite set on a certain path. It's not like their mind is made up in one way or the other. It's not like they definitely are like, oh my gosh, this is wife material or husband material and I just want to settle down with them. But it's also not like they are thinking of you as a hookup or a jump off or anything like that. I feel like they definitely do see this as a long-term possibility, but also they're kind of I don't know, there's a free energy around this. There's like an easy energy. It doesn't feel really serious. It feels kind of lighthearted. So I feel like so far this person's intentions are good, but they're not coming in with one certain outcome in mind, right? It feels almost like playing it by ear, playing it cool, being chill. So their mind could change, you know, but right now I feel like they are really enjoying you, enjoying spending time with you. They may feel like they can learn from you with that Three of Pentacles. They may feel like you could be a bit of a teacher for them, and they could, you know, have great conversation with you. And maybe you have really cool musical taste and they're like, wow, that'd be awesome if they showed me more of their playlists, or that'd be awesome if they introduced me to their favorite movie because they seem like they have really cool taste, or they helped me with my fashion because I love the way they dress. But it's almost like a vibe of looking up to you, or just thinking that you really bring like a cool different perspective. And again, I get like a respectful vibe from them, like kind of looking up to you a little bit, kind of putting you on a pedestal, or almost like, not that you would be a teacher because that sounds weird, but they would be learning from you. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's almost like you might wear the pants in this situation. You might be the one who kind of calls the shots or picks where you're going to go. And I do feel like this person definitely wants to impress you. I feel like they are impressed by you already, but they want to make sure you reciprocate, and maybe they don't quite know whether you do or not. I feel like they want that like approval from you. You know what I mean? They want to bring their A game with you and like get that sense of satisfaction, like, yes, I did this. Pile one approves of me. Pile one is happy with everything I did for them. So yeah, I do feel like this person really likes you with the Four of Cups. They may have that feeling that, where did this person come from? They just seem kind of magical. And the Queen of Cups as well. You may have a cup energy vibe, water energy, which is very creative, kind of dreamy, kind of seems almost like celestial is the word that's coming to mind, or otherworldly, ethereal. I feel like there's a chill energy around you, calming energy that you give off, that this person really likes to be around. Let me get some more tarot from this deck. What is pile one's person's intentions for pile one? What is pile one's person's intentions for pile one? Pile one's person's intentions. Oh my goodness. See, this deck is has a few like naked figures, so I always try not to actually show them. But I will read you the title, which is, this one is the Devil card. In this deck, it's represented by Cernunnos from Druidic practices. But yeah, it is the Devil card. So the Devil card does depict the lovers on it. So again, it's kind of that throwback to the lovers, and it may be some of their intentions are for that kind of more primal or body-based affection. How do I say it in like, you know, YouTube decorum terms? They may definitely be attracted to you physically and want that kind of connection. And actually, the lovers depicted on the Devil card can talk about that kind of connection that's really deep. It can even be codependence. I'm not saying this person is codependent on you or they want that, but it's like, in a way, that idealized relationship where you're obsessed with the person. And so maybe this person wants you to feel that way about them. Maybe they really want to go there with you and get that deep with you, and spend, you know, lots of time with you and really know you inside and out. Let's get some more cards though, see what else wants to come through. Hopefully we can show it on YouTube. What is pile one's person intending from this connection? What do they want out of this connection? What are their intentions? Five of Cups, 10 of Wands, King of Cups, Three of Cups, Three of Wands. So again, with this three, like collaborative energy coming through, I feel like this person does want to, like I said, learn from you, maybe grow with you. They may have that feeling of, in a way, this person may be kind of like burnt out with their life or stressed out, and they want that kind of soft place to land, or they want that person that they can like come home at the end of the day and like have a glass of wine with and unwind with and talk to and have that understanding. I do feel like this person is probably looking for something more serious. We got a lot of cups energy as well. And so with so many cups coming out, the King of Cups, generally speaking, that is depth in a relationship. It's not just a primal relationship or an intellectual connection. By primal, I guess it's like a nice term for like just sexual, just wanting that, sexual, fiery, passionate relationship. They want something that's much more emotional and much deeper and feels like a soul connection, feels like someone they can open up to and talk to, especially with the King of Cups. They may really want someone that they can open up to and who will understand them, who will be calm and patient with them and like talk them through their day and understand their feelings, and maybe they can introduce to their parents and that kind of a thing. I feel like this person is looking for that like long-term connection, more so than just like a one-night stand or a quick relationship or anything like that. Let's see what other cards we're gonna get for pile number, okay, that was lovely. Four of Cups, the Five of Wands, Three of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. Again, so this really strong cup energy that wants to come out so much. We've got so many cup cards out here. Like, I feel like this person truly does really want to connect with you. And I feel like they also like, they're kind of curious about you. They want to know more about you. And it's in a way that's very, again, respectful. Like, I feel like they wouldn't push you. I don't feel like they are pushy or trying to get too far or trying to, sometimes like push someone past their comfort zone in dating or rush someone or anything like that. It feels like they really want that person, that it's a mutual understanding, two people really coming together as kind of equals and as partners and genuinely interested in each other. This person, it feels like they've been a little bit lonely for a while, is kind of what I'm getting. I feel like this person has wanted someone they can unwind to, unfold to, open up with. They want someone that they can talk to about their problems. And they may have felt like they haven't had anyone that they can really get deep with, really be vulnerable with. So yeah, I think that's kind of what they see from you and what they want with you. Let me get some song cards for pile number 1. Okay, let's see. What songs are we going to get? This one is Wildflower, Beach House, okay? I always think Beach House's music is so romantic. A Sky Full of Stars, Coldplay. This person may want someone they can travel with. Fields of Gold, Sting. As I'm saying that, that's kind of another song I associate with travel. And we also got the Three of Wands twice. So definitely they may want someone they can travel with or visit new places with. They may want someone that they can have those like learning experiences with, like even going to museums or going to try new cuisine at like a Ecuadorian restaurant or Peruvian restaurant or some kind of food they've never had before, broadening their horizons, learning. I feel like this is big to this person. They may have a lot of air placements and love to learn and be really curious about the world, because I feel like they want someone they can kind of share that with, like holding hands and walking through a gallery with. That kind of a thing is probably important to this person. Let me get some more cards. Cardigan, Taylor Swift. And that's definitely the vibe I get. I think that song sums it up really well, even though technically I think this song is about something else. But the vibe of like a warm, comfy, cozy cardigan, or like a sweater that you can put on, or your favorite sweatshirt that's just so comforting. You've worn it a million times and it fits exactly to your body. And it's just like brings back all these memories, and there's a coziness, there's a comfortingness. I feel like that's the kind of relationship that this person wants. They don't really want a lot of drama. They're not looking for anything crazy or over the top or dramatic. They really are looking for that soft place to land, that feeling of home, that feeling of I can truly open up to this person. They know me, I know them, and we're kind of equals a little bit, So yeah, we also got Heart Wants What It Wants by Selena Gomez. And my favorite mistake, Sheryl Crow. What are their intentions for pile number 1? This one says, love my way, psychedelic furs. And yeah, let me pull one more card. Run Away With Me, Carly Rae Jepsen. So yeah, I feel like this person, it almost feels like they are ready for, there's something kind of young about their energy, or almost like, I don't want to say inexperienced, but I feel like this person is really looking for, I feel like they're really looking for the real thing, and maybe they've never experienced that before. Maybe they've had other relationships, but they never had like deep love, or they had what they thought was deep love, but never like functional love where they could trust the person. Maybe it was like a twin flame, you know, karmic connection kind of thing. And I feel like they're really in a like, I'm ready for the real thing. I'm ready for the real deal. I want the whole enchilada. I want all of it. I don't want something that's an imitation of it. I don't want something that's just fun for the moment or exciting for now, or, you know, anything that some other people may want that's kind of like just purely for enjoyment and fun and short-term emotion. I feel like they are kind of like ready for that stable, almost like earth energy connection as well. Very grounded, very soul to soul. And I feel like this person, there's something very sweet about their energy and something very like trusting, wanting to open up, wanting to really have that depth of connection. So of course, this is a general reading. You know, people can also change and have different feelings. And someone who's even in this energy could still like, you know, cause problems, or I don't want to make this person out to seem like, oh my gosh, they're the perfect angel, because I always think you have to be self-protective and make sure that you're not overly trusting someone, especially because it feels like they are still to a certain extent making their mind up. Like they may be looking for this, but you know, it may be that you guys go on a few dates and then they're like, oh, this is not with this person or something. But I feel like for now, their connection, their intention for you now is definitely that long term. There's also like, I feel like this person is very curious about you. I don't know. I mean, I kind of intended this to be the early stages of dating or getting to know someone or an active relationship, but it still feels like there's a lot they don't know. There's a lot that they, are still trying to discover, and I feel like they're very curious and intrigued. You definitely have their attention, and they do think of you as a catch. They do think of you as someone that, you know, they could learn so much about, and you kind of like get the wheels turning in their head, you know, like I feel like you make their imagination run wild a little bit. So yeah, I think I could definitely see this turning into something more, turning into something very long term and that has a lot of longevity. They also may be looking for a relationship that's kind of fun. We got the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups is about going out. It's about having fun. It's about drinking and enjoying and having a good time. So I feel like that's another thing for this person. It feels like they are done with, maybe they've had it in the past, or maybe they never experienced it, but they are not the kind of person seeking out a karmic, dramatic drama relationship. They really want something calm and soothing and to connect with someone on a soul level. Let me get into these cards and see what other energies we have. For pile number 1, we want to know what this person's intentions are for pile number 1. What are this person's intentions for pile 1? What are this person's intentions for pile 1? I just love when the cards won't come out and it takes me shuffling for like 5 minutes. What are pile 1's person's intentions for pile 1? Do we have any cards that need to come out at all, or are we just going to shuffle for? Okay, Archangel Raguel, Justice, Harmony, Solutions. Okay. So justice generally, like in tarot at least, kind of is that long-term thing, long-term commitments, not someone who is just playing things by the seat of their pants. So we have talent guides, spirit mentors and teachers, ascended masters, devoted spirits with specific intentions, and confusion, many choices, uncertainty. So a lot to get out of this, because I do feel like with the talent guides, again, this person is looking for a little bit of a teacher. I know that sounds weird, but the cards are kind of confirming what I was already thinking. Like I feel like this person, it's like for some reason they feel like they can learn from you. For some reason, I'm getting the vibe of like, pile number one knows so much and I want to learn from them. I feel like I can get better by being with them. I feel like I can grow and maybe become a better version of myself by being around them. So yeah, and we got devoted spirits with specific intentions. I do feel like this person has intentions that are very, like, I don't want to say completely clear, but I do feel like their energy is not just a flash in the pan, crazy. I mean, we didn't get a lot of wands. We got some, but not a whole lot of wands, and nothing that would make me think, oh, it's just a one night or just like a very short term. I mean, we got the 10 of wands, the 5 of wands, and the 3 of wands. So there is a little bit of wand energy coming out. And those, again, it feels to me like this person wants to explore. That's the only thing that I don't know about. And that's why I said I don't want to make this person out to be a perfect angel, because I do feel like they're still in an energy where they haven't experienced as much and they're looking for that. And so it may be with you, but I feel like they are looking for that with someone. They do want that longevity, but I don't necessarily get the fact that they know you so well and their heart is set on you, kind of a thing. You know what I mean? Like it feels like, yeah, I really like pile one. I can't wait to see where this goes. I'm excited and I really like them. And let me keep, kind of like, let me keep the door open and see what happens. But it feels like there's a lot of potential here for it to develop really well. And I feel like if this person does decide on you, then they would have those intentions that, like I said, are long-term and interested in, making things happen that would be very like concrete, like following down a path to being like exclusive or to even marriage or an engagement or something. I'm not saying this person's going to get engaged, but that's kind of what I get, is like this person is ready for that shift in their life and they're looking for the right person to apply it to. So let me get some astrology dice for pile number 1. Let's see what astrology energy is at play. We got Aries, the moon, and the first house. So with double Aries, that can be a little bit of a cause for concern because it is such an individualistic energy. That's where Venus is debilitated, because it is a little bit selfish, and Venus is about, of course, creating union with another person. It's not just about you, but Aries is it is about me type of energy. So with Aries and the first house, this person maybe still in that period of growing, developing themselves and trying to learn more about the world or travel or whatever. I feel like that could be the only roadblock to this, is like, it still feels like this person, as much as they do say they want that, they may sometimes get confused. They may sometimes go back and forth on it. But I do feel like they feel drawn to you in a certain way, and they do really like you and they are very interested. Aries is also like passion and its intensity, and it's also a lot of fun. But to be honest, the energy I get from this person is more grounded. So like I said, with the first house Aries, the only thing about that is I feel like this person is kind of on their own path as well. I feel like they're open to someone joining them on the path, but they also have certain goals, dreams, and things they're gonna like try to achieve, and they're not necessarily gonna be as open if someone like tries to take them away from that, if that makes sense. Then we have the moon. I do feel that moon energy from this person strongly. I feel like they are sweet, they are nice, they are very open and loving. And the moon, of course, is in Cancer, the house of the home and family. So this person may, again, want someone long-term, someone they can come home to and relax with at the end of the day, and really have that comforting moon energy where you just feel so comfortable with someone and so open with them. So Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I have to say, guys. I hope it resonates. If it does, let me know down in the comments. I always love hearing from you guys, hearing your thoughts and stories and everything. And if you want more clarity on this, you could watch my latest Patreon video, which is all about what is the purpose of this connection. But there's a ton of love readings, including an early dating multiple readings over there. So if that's something you're interested in, if you want more clarity on this, if this is someone you just started dating, head to my Patreon. As soon as you sign up, you get access to over 75 exclusive readings. You also get early and ad-free access to all my YouTube videos. They get posted over there first. So if you're interested in joining us, head to the link underneath the timestamps in the comments and the description, and I would love to see you there. Also, if you want to get a private reading with me, if you have a specific burning question you want to know about, or you just would like to have an energy check-in and get some channeled messages, either one works. You can get that at my website, briarrosetarot.com. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm sending you so much love and light, and I'll be back again very soon with another reading. Take care, guys. Bye. Hey, Pile 2, welcome to your reading. So if you picked this card, the 10 of Cups, this is going to be your reading. So we are going to do a live shuffle again today because I have just been feeling them so much lately. So let's get into it. Let's get into some cards and figure out what Pile 2's person's intentions are for them. What are Pile 2's person's intentions for them? So we got the 7 of Wands, okay? The 6 of Swords. What are Pile 2's person's intentions towards them? What are their intentions? The Hierophant. Okay. The 2 of Cups. Oh, that's good. King of Swords. 2 of Swords. The Judgment card and the Strength card. Okay, so what's coming through right now is I feel like one of the things this person thinks about a lot is wanting to like make a good impression on you, wanting to look powerful and strong in your eyes. With the Hierophant and then the Strength card and even the Judgment card, they may worry a lot about your judgment and to them, or your judgment of them. They may really want to come off as very smart and intelligent with the King of Swords. So one of their intentions may be to impress you in that way, to come off smart or like they know a lot. In fact, sometimes when you talk to them, you may be like, okay, they're talking a lot, or they keep, you know, saying all these random facts like, okay, it's kind of weird, this conversation feels weird, but it may be because they're nervous or self-conscious around you because they do want to prove that they're smart. Maybe they think you're really smart, and so that's why it's a little insecurity for them, but I feel like they definitely want you to have that good impression, and they want you to kind of feel like you can trust and rely on them to a certain extent. They want you to feel like, you know, they are like a stable, soft place for you to land, and that they are going to be a bit of an authority for you. They may even want to financially provide for you because we have Scorpio and we have Taurus energy coming out. And so it may be that they really want to hand you some money because that is the axis of the 2nd to 8th house. 8th house is shared income that you get from someone else. 2nd house is your own earned income. So they may want to seem like kind of a provider or like very independent in a way, or, you know, I got this. Like they may want to very strongly come off to you like they are capable and tough and they can manage things and they're not desperate. That may be something they even like worry about with you, is like, oh, I hope I'm not coming on too strong, or I hope I didn't seem stupid, I hope I know what I'm doing. I feel like they do worry about your impression of them. They do worry about your opinion of them. They want to make sure that you're thinking of them in a good way. And as far as their long-term intentions, I feel like it's like right now they're kind of thinking short-term of just like, I want to impress them. I want Pile 2 to really like me, but maybe we'll get some longer-term intentions coming out for the rest of the reading. But for right now, again, I feel like it's very kind of short-thinking, ego-driven a little bit of like, I hope they like me, maybe even worrying a lot about your perception of their body and their physical form, hoping that you will see them as someone who's in really good shape, hoping you're going to be attracted to them. yeah, I feel like I don't know if you kind of keep to yourself or you're kind of quiet and mysterious, pile number two, but I'm kind of getting that vibe that like maybe you wouldn't tell them like I think you're really sexy, or maybe you wouldn't tell them, you're hot, or wow, you're so smart. Maybe you would just like think it but keep it to yourself, or you're just not a communicative. Maybe you're kind of mysterious, and so they're left wondering how you feel about them. And I feel like that kind of makes you a challenge, makes you exciting. It's kind of like they don't know what's going through your mind, and they definitely want to get your good judgment. I know that's a clunky phrase, but I'm hearing that line from Pride and Prejudice, 2005, of course. I love that version, but where he says, Mr. Darcy says something like, "My good opinion once lost is lost forever." I kind of feel like that's your energy. Like, you know how Mr. Darcy always is kind of like circumspect, and he doesn't really give his opinion freely, or he's not like engaging with everyone. He's kind of choosy about who he spends time with. And to a certain extent, Elizabeth in Pride and Prejudice also has that energy where she's kind of, she insults Mr. Darcy and she's kind of judgmental low key. I feel like it's kind of like that. Like they want your good opinion. They want you to think highly of them, and you may not be someone who gives that away freely to everyone. You may not be someone who's like, "Oh my God, I love everyone and I have lots of friends and I just get along with everyone." You may be someone who's very selective about who you spend time with, who you let into your circle. So I feel like for that reason, he's or she is a little bit like, let me make sure I made a good impression and I hope they think nicely of me, and I don't really know, because I do feel like you come off very smart to them and like very well mannered and very put together. Let me get some of the cards from this deck. So we want to know, what are pile two's person's impressions or intentions for them? Oh, okay, that one flew out, but actually it does have this deck, unfortunately, and I was joking, like I need to censor, put like black bars on some of the cards, but with the World card coming out, it does have a kind of prominent naked figure on it, so we're just gonna leave it on the side where it flew because Spirit knew I was gonna do that anyway. So we got the World, we got the Magician, let's see, Seven of Swords, Two of Cups. Wow, so that's two of Cups cards, and that's really significant because the Two of Cups is a very strong romance card and talks about a deep connection, deep feelings, deep emotions, feeling like you can open up to that person on a really deep level, on a soul level. We just got the Three of Cups and the Strength card, okay. The Wheel and the Emperor, which is the Lord in this deck. And let's see if these are anything. Ten of Wands and the Five of Cups. So yeah, I think for them, they are definitely worried about, like I said, your perception of them. We got the Emperor. They want to seem strong and powerful in front of you. They want to seem like they can manage everything, like they can handle everything, like they're very competent. I do feel like for some of you guys, this may be an ex or someone who is in the past and kind of reminiscing. Like, to me, it feels like there's almost like sadness or regret around this, but I could be wrong. It could be the beginning stages, but maybe this person is just very worried about your impression and kind of like stressing about it. So obviously, your situation and what's going on for you. But I feel like this person, if this is someone from your past, they may look back at like stupid things they said in front of you and just cringe, and really like regret the fact that like they got the name of a band wrong, or that they made a mistake about like some current event happening or something. And it may be something that they really like plays in their mind, like, "Oh, you're so stupid." And it may be something that causes them as well not to reach out to you. Like, if this is someone you're in no contact with, that may be the reason why, because I almost feel like they don't want to embarrass themselves in front of you. If this is someone you are actively in contact with, it may be that they I feel like they worry about like if you're hanging out with them, like before your next date or whatever, they worry about like, okay, let me say this. I'm gonna mention that, I'm gonna wear this. Okay, I'll wear this cologne or I'll wear this perfume. Like, I feel like they might extra groom themselves before meeting up with you, like go out of their way to, put their hair in place and maybe put some hairspray or hair gel or something, and make sure their outfit's on point and match everything. Like they are very wanting to impress you, wanting to have you be like, wow, okay, good job. That matters quite a lot to them. And if there was something stupid they ever said in front of you with the Five of Cups, I feel like they may spend a lot of time thinking about that. They may even work out in the gym with like you in mind, like looking at a photo of you, or maybe not the whole time they're working out. That'd be kind of like creepy American Psycho-esque, but maybe they like glance at it, or they look at your Instagram page right before they go to the gym, or they think of you while they're working out. Like I feel like you definitely are a motivation for them when it comes to their body, when it comes to their physicality. It's something they think about, is like wanting to make sure that they can look good for you, and hoping, there may be insecurity about their body even and how they look in some way. I also feel like this person, they may really like, I know this isn't the point of the reading, but I guess it kind of is. They may have an intention that they'd like to see you get drunk. I know that sounds weird, but I'm just going to say it because it's really coming to my mind, and all the cups cards on these are really sticking out to me this time. And cups in the sense of like actually alcohol, are coming to my mind, not in the traditional tarot sense of it representing an emotion and spirituality. So I feel like for them, they definitely may fantasize or have the intention of getting you a little bit tipsy, because I almost feel like because they put you on such a high pedestal, it's not to say that they want to like knock you down, but it's almost like they want to see you as more human, because you seem so perfect to them that they're like, okay, if they're drunk, maybe it's a little bit easier for me. I won't be as self-conscious. I won't have to worry about everything I'm doing and feel like a complete idiot, because they'll be drunk too, so they'll be an idiot as well. I won't be the only one. They may also really want to like show you the world, think of like introducing you to a lot of things, teaching you things. I feel like they would love to be like your tour guide or your teacher about something, or introduce you to something new. That's something that I think would give them a lot of joy, is like getting to be that authority who knows a lot about a certain subject. Like maybe you bring up like, I don't know, some band like REO Speedwagon or something, and they are like, oh, I know all about them. And okay, so their last album, blah, blah, blah. Like that would be something that they would freaking love, because I think that they definitely would love to take that role, that powerful stance in your life. Let's get some song cards and see what the energy is for their intentions towards pile number 2. What are their intentions towards pile 2, Spirit? We got Love My Way, Psychedelic Furs. Fields of Gold, Sting, okay. I've Got You Under My Skin, Frank Sinatra. Unchained Melody, Righteous Brothers. There's a lot of old music coming out. Like I said, maybe they want to be that expert on like older music that a lot of people now haven't heard of or aren't familiar with. Toxic, Britney Spears. Radar, Britney Spears. Trains to Brazil, Guillermo. And let's see. No One's Gonna Love You, Band of Horses. And let's get one more. Every Little Kiss, Bruce Hornsby. So, yeah, I think they think of you quite a lot. I think they kind of imagine you, think about what you would think about whatever they're doing, like in their life. If they're taking a new job or if they get a new apartment, they may look around the apartment and think like, okay, so they could, they'd really like that view, or they'd really love this kitchen, or I'll really impress them with like, the shower or something. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they, everything that they do, they kind of, it goes back to you in a way. And I feel like it's almost like they can't help themselves. They just think of you quite a lot all the time. I feel like they also really try to play it cool in front of you and act like they kind of don't care or act like they're not so affected. I feel like how they come off is really, really important to them. They really worry about you knowing how much they like you and almost like it seeming creepy or seeming too much or you being weirded out by it. So I feel like they really try to act kind of low key, like, yeah, I mean, we could hang out, I guess, whatever, but like deep down, they're like, oh my gosh, okay, okay, you got to do this. Okay, it's going to be perfect. Make sure you do this. Yeah, they would probably like amp themselves up and kind of stress themselves out before you guys are hanging out. They definitely want to make that good impression on you. They definitely want to go out of their way to make everything nice. So, as far as long term intentions, it does seem like they have that long term intention of at least impressing you quite a lot, making you charmed by them. I'm hearing making you mine. Um, yeah, I feel like they are kind of possessive and it's almost like something they're aware of as like, okay, you can't be possessive. You don't want to scare them off. You know what I mean? Like it's not your business. Maybe they are hanging out with a guy friend and that's fine. They may tell themselves that, but then like they go through and stalk the person's Instagram and just try to go down a rabbit hole to make sure that they have a girlfriend and they're not, interested or single or whatever. I feel like they kind of like tell themselves like, okay, you don't really have a right to do that. You don't have a right to be possessive or to be, territorial. Maybe this is someone you are dating. Maybe this is someone you want to, or you could see a future with, in which case I feel like this person wants a future with you as well. But again, they're just playing it so close to the vest. It makes me wonder if, they may like drag things out because they don't want to seem over the top. They don't want to seem over enthusiastic. They kind of want to seem chill and relaxed and like they don't really care. And so, if that's the case, there may be times when you're like, oh, I wish you would actually be more forthright, or I wish you would propose finally, because we've been dating for a while. But they may not want to do that because they don't want to kind of blow their cover as someone who does have really strong feelings for you and thinks about you quite a lot. Let's get into some of these cards. We want to know, what is pile two's person's long-term intentions for them? Pile two's person's long-term intentions. Pile two's person's long-term intentions for them. So we got that for pile one. Archangel Ragael, Justice, Harmony, Solutions, Teacher, Learning, New Path. How did these get so messed up? I don't even know. Anyway, these cards are like messy. They kind of like spin out easily. So anyway, as that just proved, emotional desert, inactivity, isolation, soulful appreciation, heartfelt gratitude. I'm not even going to try to organize these cards because they're just a lost cause, I think. And shamanic, healer, cleansing, attunement. So I really feel like this person, I really feel like, and they keep bringing my focus back to the Three of Cups. I feel like there's a message here I'm supposed to channel really quick, and it may be about, again, that jealousy, especially if you have someone else in your life or you're with other people, kind of like they may struggle with jealousy. They may struggle with feeling possessive or feeling like they want you all to themselves. And then kind of like knowing that that's unfair or that's too much to ask or they don't have the right to ask that of you if you're not with them. If you are in a relationship, they may just downplay that. But yeah, I feel like the Three of Cups also is about, again, having fun, wanting to have a good time with you, wanting you to think of them as funny, wanting you to think of them as a great conversationalist, a good time. And I feel like they definitely want to like show you a good time, show you they can hang, show you they're cool, So, okay, I think we acknowledge that energy and we can move on to these other cards. So we got Teacher, Shamanic Healer. A lot of these are the energy of, again, that authority figure that I feel like this person really wants to be to you. They want you to look up to them. They want you to think of them as someone who is really capable and strong and manages stuff and is, very effective and good at their job, and someone who gets a lot of stuff done and is really admirable. I feel like they want you to kind of like look up to them or come to them with your problems or turn to them when you need things. Um, and like I said, there may even be an aspect of like financially wanting to pay for you or wanting to show you that they have some money or show you that they are successful because, again, the money coming through here. And as I mentioned, we had that Taurus Scorpio axis represented in the tarot. So I feel like that may be something that's big to them, is that idea that they want to show you that they could be a provider or that they're independent, that they're strong. They really want to get on your good side and to have you look up to them and think of them as someone who's successful in life and capable in all those things. They may also have that intention to be with you but not fully open up. That could be the downside of this. We got the inactivity, isolation, emotional desert. So it may be that at times, if this person is in an immature energy, of course, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest, and decide how this applies to your person, whether it applies or not, whether they're more on the good side of this or the bad side. But the low vibrational representation of this, manifestation of this, could be someone who at times is kind of closed off to the point where it's hard to let a partner in, maybe may even have a avoidant attachment style or something, or they want a relationship, they think they want a relationship, but when it comes to actually opening up, they don't do it. They kind of keep themselves still so close that it's hard to really know them. So that's the only downside. But yeah, let me get some astrology dice for pile number 2. So we got the Sun, the second house, and Aries, the first house. So we have Taurus, Leo, and Aries. So I was mentioning the second house because that is the axis of money in the astrology chart. So the second house is your own earned income that you earn. And so this person really may want to show you that they are capable, that they're strong, that they've done things. Taurus is also about laying down that strong foundation. And we got the Hierophant card. So there's a lot of Taurus energy within the tarot for you. And I definitely feel that they want that solid foundation. They want to show you what they could bring, what they could do for you. They want to show you that they are a reliable partner, that they are someone you can turn to in the time of need, that they're someone that, would do things for you, help you. I feel like they worry about coming on too strong. I feel like they worry about like scaring you off a little bit. And with Leo as well, Leo is the sun, is technically like the father in astrology. So they may want to be that kind of like reliable, dependable, I don't want to even say the word, but like daddy figure. Although I hate that phrase, but you know what I mean. Someone who is just someone you can like turn to if you need them, or who will look after you, that kind of a thing, and who you will also have that respect for, and see them as someone who's handling things and got things down and knows a lot. And yeah, so that aspect is there. And then we also have Aries. Aries is the first house, and it's a very exciting, fun energy. It's ruled by Mars, so it has that sex appeal. This person may worry about having enough sex appeal for you. Again, I feel like they are a little self-conscious of their body. Even the naked figure on the world card that y'all can't see, but I can see, is sticking out to me. So they may definitely worry about how their body looks. Mars is like vitality, so is the sun. So they may think about wanting to make sure they have stamina for you, or that they are coming off powerful, that they look good, that they look like someone who could, please you or make you happy, so to speak. And they also may worry about seeming fun and exciting. I almost feel like this person could at times worry that they're too boring, or that you might get bored with them, or that, their conversation is too dry for you. So I feel like that's another intention of theirs, is to make you see them as someone who is someone you could go to a party with, someone you'd be happy to show off with to your friends, someone that you would trust to like have a great time and keep it lighthearted, because honestly their feelings may be very serious around you, so it's hard for them sometimes to like laugh and just relax and just open up. But yeah, that may be an intention they have for you to see that other side and them to be better at that. So I think that is what I have for you, pile 2. I really hope it resonates. If it does, let me know down in the comments. I always love hearing from you guys. So I'd love to hear what you think. If you would like more clarity on this situation, you can check out a reading I just posted over on my Patreon, all about what is the purpose of this connection. There's also a ton of other love readings. I have some early dating readings and some readings for like no contact. Lots of content to go through over there, over 75 exclusive readings you'll only find on Patreon. And you will also get early and ad-free access to all my YouTube videos. They all get posted over there first. So if that sounds good to you, head to the link underneath the timestamps in the comments in the description for my Patreon. Also, if you would like to get a private session with me, you can get that at my website, briarrosetarot.com. Whether you have one specific burning question you want clarity on, or a couple specific questions, or you just want a generalized open channeling and see what or who comes through for you, you can get that, like I said, at my website, briarrosetarot.com, and book a spot with me. And the link for that is in my description. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I am sending you so much love and light, and I'll be back again very soon with another reading. Take care, guys. Bye. Hey, pile 3, welcome to your reading. So if you picked this Magician card, this is going to be your reading. So we are going to do a live shuffle today. I have been feeling the live shuffles lately. So let's see what cards we're going to get for pile 3. We want to know what pile 3's person's intentions are towards them. What are their intentions in this relationship? The Knight of Cups, okay. Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords, okay. Interesting. King of Cups, double cup suit energy. Oh my gosh. Queen of Cups. You know what? Show this reading to anyone who doesn't believe in tarot, because it's so funny how the cards are coming out with the same energies and different, you know, cards. But anyway, so we got the Ace of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and finally the Hermit card. So this person may be lonely. They may be really wanting to connect with you on a deep emotional level. With so many cups cards from the suits, from the like, you know, the king, the queen. I'm kind of tired today, so I'm kind of blanking on the exact the court. That's what they're called, the court cards. With so many cup court cards, clearly this person's emotions are running high towards you, and they want that depth of an emotional connection, because the cups are all about an emotional connection. They're all about really knowing someone and getting to connect with them really deeply, not just a flash in the pan, not just a one-time thing or an intellectual connection like a good discussion or, you know, a friendly conversation, but really getting deep with that person and opening up and sharing your heart with them, and vice versa. So I feel like that's something that this person really craves, is kind of like to be known by you, for you to really see them as they are, and for you to open up yourself to them and let them into your heart as well. With the Ace of Swords, they may be hoping that you're going to reach out and text them, or that you guys might have like some random meeting. I feel like this person, though, they would love to like hear from you. They may look at their phone and be like, oh, I really hope they text. I really hope they call me. I feel like for them, they do wonder what you're up to, what you're doing. If you guys like aren't talking and stuff, they definitely think and imagine, like, what are they doing? What have they been doing today? What have they been up to? Yeah, I feel like for them, there's this sense of someone in this pile, not everyone, but maybe someone like walking away. I don't know if it's you or them, but it's almost like there was not a communication of feelings. And I feel like this person, whether it's an active connection, an old, you know, no contact or twin flame or whatever, or a new crush. There's a lot of unexplored emotions or unsaid things. Like I feel like this person really plays their emotions close to the chest, close to the vest. I don't think they are the type to really be transparent and honest, and I feel like there's a lot that they have left unsaid. Again, with that Hermit card, I feel like this person is kind of lonely, but they don't really want you to know that. So what they are looking for long term, I really do feel like is something a lot deeper. But I do sense a lot of pain around this person and kind of like a need to preserve a reputation or an ego around them. Like it feels like they might be afraid to step forward because they don't want to seem vulnerable. You know, they don't want to go there. And if they haven't worked through those feelings, then as much as they may have that instinct or that urge to be vulnerable, they may not ever be capable of really taking it to that point. So for some of you guys, this could be someone that even like cloaks their behavior behind being a player or pretends not to care. I do feel like deep down inside they do care, but the problem with unexplored, deeply subconscious things is, you know, we can sometimes convince ourselves of the craziest things. You know, that's kind of like, you know, who amongst us hasn't been really upset about something and been like, you know what, I'm gonna go eat like that big piece of cake and I'm going to eat some ice cream, and we eat something unhealthy. It doesn't make us feel any better because we're trying to kind of smother that unconscious out. But my point is that someone's behavior is not dictated by like their deep feelings. You know, sometimes we may know, oh, I'm really upset about something, but we choose to respond to it in the most dysfunctional way, I guess. And I feel like with this person, some of them may be in an energy of like acting out or kind of like not wanting to be vulnerable. So trying to act tough, trying to act cool, trying to act like they really don't care. So I feel like they wouldn't really, some of them, tell you how they're feeling. Like they may want this, they may want a deep connection with you, but it also feels like there's a lot of hurt inside of them and they're hiding a lot of their real instincts and their real desires behind some kind of persona. That's what I'm getting for a lot of them. So I feel like they wouldn't come to you and say how they're really feeling. And they may even sometimes do like destructive things to try to seem like they're kind of cool and fine and everything's good and I'm not thinking about this person. So yeah, that's the kind of red flag I'm picking up on, is I feel like this person has a lot of unexplored like deep emotions. Yeah, I mean, we got the Nine of Swords reversed. So that's definitely a card that maybe late at night, you know, but they can't run away from their feelings or something, or they feel really lonely at night, but then they kind of like cloak that. This could even be someone, in my opinion, especially with the Knight of Cups, which can be a real player card, you know, Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups. Those can definitely be players. And it can be someone who's a player but is very charming about it, is very like knows the right words to say, isn't going to come off like a total pig, isn't going to be as brazen about it as the Knight of Wands, but is still going to maybe be on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. A lot of people don't understand that about water, that water signs can kind of play you sometimes. You know, if you think about running water, it goes right down the creek really fast. Water has a lot of movement in it. So, you know, water signs can play people. I think that's why Pisces men have a really bad reputation, which I always feel bad for them when people are bashing Pisces men. But that is an element of water, and sometimes people can mistake that because they're like, oh, they're so nice, they're so sweet, they have their emotions, and that's true, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to commit long term, or they're even capable of that. They may be at a different place in their life, they may be dealing with that, with other trauma, other issues, whatever. So the only thing that I don't like is kind of like the unexplored part of their psyche, where it feels like there's a lot of that pain. I almost feel like this person has insecurity about how they are perceived by others or about their reputation. Maybe they were like bullied in school, or they just had they didn't feel very cool at some point, and now it's like they're trying to make up for lost time, but I feel like it's not really satisfying them. So I do feel like they want that connection with you, and I feel like they feel very drawn to you, very impressed with you. I also think this person is still very much in their own energy, dealing with their own issues, trying to fix, having to fix themselves, whether they're trying to or not. They may be on that soul journey. And so I don't know. This could go either way. This is an interesting pile because I also could see this pile being a fantastic partner who's really emotionally available. So it kind of depends on how evolved this energy is, whether it's an evolved water energy and someone who's in touch with their emotion and process their traumas and really wants that relationship, wants to go deep and knows that, or the person that maybe has that emotional pull towards depth that a lot of water signs have, but then runs away or scurries off once they get it, swims off like a fish or scurries off like a crab or a scorpion. So you're going to have to kind of use your intuition for what that is. But let's see which part you fall into. But let's see what other cards we're going to get for pile number 3. So we got the Princess of Wands. So that is the Page of Wands, the Four of Wands. What is pile number 3's intentions towards pile number 3? The Four of Swords again, or excuse me, for the first time. Okay, that one has a bad image on it, so I'm not gonna keep it. But that was the Devil card, aka Sir Nunus in this deck. Then we got the Three of Wands. It's not really a bad image. I'm just like so paranoid about like breaking the YouTube rules that I always try to like keep it super PG. Okay, so we got the Two of Swords, the Sun. Let's get a couple more cards. What is pile 3's person's intentions for pile number 3? What is pile 3's person's intentions for pile 3? The Seven of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. So yeah, I think this person feels very drawn to you. They do see you as being very attractive. But that Princess of Wands, aka the Page of Wands, is kind of what I was picking up on a little bit, with that energy that could go either way and be a bit of a player. And I name-checked the Knight of Wands. I almost name-checked the Pages as well, because definitely that can also be that player energy, for sure. And it's even more young and immature than the Knight. So yeah, I think this person, it's almost like they vacillate because they really do feel drawn to you. They really do want that connection. But then there's also that part of themselves that feels very unprocessed and very kind of raw and unhealed, and very fragile. And I think that they really hide that even to themselves. I think that they really bury that part of themselves and tell themselves that everything's fine, or they may even do things to try to look like they have social status or power, or seem like, the cool guy or the cool girl. And whenever someone's acting out of that place of like trying to create a persona, then they're not going to be capable of being that genuine, open King of Wands that we want from a person. So I feel like this person's deep urges, deep instincts are very much at odds with how they're actually going to behave. A lot of them, obviously not everyone. There is that element that if you're in a relationship with someone committed to them, this could be someone who's very open, knows what they want, but it is a general reading, so I have to read for both the energies that are coming in, because lots of people watch these readings. And I'm getting, for some of you guys, there is that player. There is that person that maybe even distracts themselves by going out and partying with the Four of Wands, could travel a lot with the Three of Wands, could work a lot. There's lots of different ways, obviously, for people to distract themselves. That's why I named that example earlier of like someone who's really stressed and they end up like eating a whole, container of ice cream in one sitting or something, because it's kind of that same energy. And it's really, the Devil card really speaks about that, the things we chain ourselves to, unprocessed emotions, and kind of addictions, which I think all addiction stems out of that place of trying to blot out our feelings, trying to run away from something, whether it's addictions to serious substances and like alcohol, or whether it's something as mild as like I'm addicted to shopping at thrift stores, but that could still be an addiction if you're using it to numb yourself. And I feel like with this person, they definitely do things to like take their mind off of how they're feeling. And when it comes to you, even though there is that strong draw, even though they do think of you a lot, even though they may want you quite a lot, I also feel like there's a part of them that still feels like they're on this journey. They're searching for something, they're pursuing something, and it doesn't necessarily feel like they're ready to settle. It feels very unsettled. And I almost feel like they would question themselves, like, why am I thinking of pile number 3? Why am I drawn to them, you know? And they may tell themselves or chastise themselves and be like, that's so stupid. Why are you thinking of pile 3? Like, pile 3 is just another guy or just another girl, and you should be out dating. You can get way hotter guys or you can get way hotter girls. You know, this person just may be in that kind of immature mindset, I really feel. Again, not everyone, but it does feel a little ego driven, driven by wounds. Definitely the devil card can talk about that as well, as like that unhealed, unprocessed trauma, inner wounds, inner lack of self-worth. So yeah, I feel like this person, even though they really do like you and they have these intentions for you, it's almost like they have two warring, you know, forces inside of them. The side that really wants that long-term relationship, really likes you and is like, wow, pile number 3, you're really cool. Like, dang, they are awesome, and I wish I could hang out with them all the time, and like I could kind of see myself dating them, and wow, like I get butterflies around them. And maybe a part of themselves that thinks of themselves as weak for doing that and would kind of tell themselves like, oh my god, you're being a simp, or you're being lame, or you know, what is wrong with you? Like, you can get way better people, or you know, you don't need to be tying yourself down, or you have plenty more people to date. And so I feel like, or even like wanting to be able to brag to their friends, you know, wanting to be able to tell their friends about like, yeah, well, I hooked up with someone this weekend and yeah, they were really hot, or I went out and partied and I met this person. So there's a little bit of immaturity with, I feel like, their thoughts and their inner character. But deep down, I feel like they can recognize that you're really special, and they do feel drawn to you for sure. But like I said, that's just the concerning thing, is sometimes our higher self's objectives and feelings and desires and wants definitely don't match up with our human self, the immaturity, the, you know, need to impress others, to salve our ego and look good and check off things that we think will make us a success or make us cool or whatever. And so yeah, I think they do like you. I think they are very drawn to you. They do find you very attractive. And I also feel like they can really enjoy talking to you. We did get the King of Swords, I think. Yeah, the Knight of Swords. So yeah, I feel like they do really enjoy talking to you, and they may have that urge or instinct to reach out to you, because we also got the Ace of Swords. So definitely I would say either they want to reach out to you or they're really hoping you text them. I also feel like this person has a fear of not impressing you, and this may be where their ego is coming in as well. Like, I feel like there's something about them seeing you as slightly above them, or worrying that they did something to displease you, and kind of like nervousness about that, and like, ugh, do I even say something? Like, should I text them? They may ghost me. Or yeah, there's a fear of rejection, that if they reached out to you, you would like turn them down for some reason, that I feel like kind of gets in the way of whatever this connection is. But let's get some song cards and see other energies for pile number 3. What is the energy for pile 3? We got style, Taylor Swift. So what are pile 3's person's intentions towards pile 3? Band of Gold, Frida Payne. Okay. Wouldn't It Be Nice, the Beach Boys. Yeah, it's like they have that really sweet, almost like childlike side to them that I get with Wouldn't It Be Nice. It's like actually really sweet and wholesome, but it kind of clashes with this other side, and it makes it a little hard to know what kind of version of them you're going to actually get. Are you going to get the truthful, real version? Are you going to get the version of them that is acting out a role and playing this character to their friends and to the public? So Hot, You're Hurting My Feelings, Caroline Polachek. Style, Taylor Swift. Honey and I, Chaim. Bruises, Chairlift. Delicate, Taylor Swift. Crying in Public, Chairlift. Wow, there's a lot of Caroline Polachek here. So, and a bunch of cards just flew out. That's too many. But yeah, there's a lot. Maybe they're a Chairlift or Caroline Polachek fan, because that's her old band, in case people are fans of hers but don't know she was in Chairlift, and they have some amazing songs. Talking Body, Tove Lo. And I almost feel like this person may disguise, like they may have a hard time communicating verbally or being really emotionally deep, but like for them, they may communicate kind of like in sex, I guess. Like they may have an easier time dealing with that. And that's, again, kind of what concerns me, I guess, when it comes to a long-term relationship. You obviously need to have that communication. You need to have that maturity, that it's one thing to actually really care about someone and like them and enjoy them and think they're amazing, but if you don't have the maturity to have those discussions and to open up and to bare your soul to them, and all you feel comfortable doing is like sleeping with the person because you're not good at communication and you communicate through body language, that can make a relationship really hard. And it can also make you seek out love or understanding through other people, because if that's how you feel love is only through sex, then maybe, you can get it from that person and that person and that person. So I feel like this person could have a little bit of a player energy. They are very drawn to you, but then there's a part of them that is like, a little bit scared, a little bit trepidatious of going into more of a deep emotional place, and kind of sabotages that. Actually, Band of Gold by Frida Payne is definitely not exactly about that, but it is about her kind of sabotaging her wedding night because of like fear of intimacy. So yeah, I feel like there's kind of a fear of intimacy vibe with this person, and also a deep need to impress people. I feel like this person really cares about putting on a face to the world and seeming cool and seeming in control, and I feel like they really like you, but you kind of intimidate them a little bit. So they may chicken out of texting you or whatever. Let me get some of these cards. So we want to know about pile number 3. What are pile 3's person's intentions towards them? We got relaxation, and that came out reversed technically. Angels of the 7 chakras, power, truth, connection, and we got creation and personal guide, guardian angel, spirit family, and soul expression, something new. Ancestors, and let's get one more. Prosperity, abundance, and success. Yeah, because I feel like this person is very concerned, again, with getting success, feeling successful, kind of looking like the big man on campus, or the baddie or something like, and it's kind of a persona that they put on. And so it may lead them also to seek out like new relationships constantly with this something new card. I feel like they are drawn to you, but they need this healing. They need maybe to heal their chakras or something. But I feel like in a way they are drawn to you because maybe they sense your spiritual side and they can sense that you might be able to heal them. But I also think this person's just so living in the moment. Like part of them is so unconscious. I think it's interesting that we got the 4 of Swords, and I had originally thought on this card that we had gotten the 4 of Swords reversed. It was the 9 of Swords. I'm not great at reading Roman numerals apparently, but 4 of Swords, yeah, my original thought with that card is maybe this person is blocking kind of that connection on the astral plane, like doesn't want to sleep and have those intense psychic dreams, doesn't really want to enter into that kind of a deep spiritual connection, is a little bit scared of that, is a little bit scared of like meeting someone on the astral plane and really vibing and really joining soul to soul. That may scare this person off a little bit. Yeah, so could be a player for some of you guys. If it's a long-term relationship, maybe this is just issues this person is dealing with in the relationship. The ninth house, aka Sagittarius, and then we have Neptune, aka Pisces, and then we have Libra. So what's sticking out to me about these is like these are three big player placements, to be honest with you. Talk about non-committal or player. I mean, these are kind of like the ones that have the, maybe throw in Gemini, the worst reputations in the zodiac for being like on to the next, on to the next. You know what I mean? We got Pisces men, giving all of us Pisces a bad name. But, you know, Sagittarius is there as well, and Sagittarius is definitely players. So is Libra, even worse than anyone else. Libras are the biggest players. So let's talk about all these energies. So we have Libra, the 7th house, and yeah, again, I just want to make that clear that what's coming through overall for these is that energy of someone that maybe does want a deep connection, because all of these placements can want a connection, but can also be very quick to move on. They're two of these are mutable energies, and so they kind of want that depth, but they may want it one moment and then change their mind later. They may really like this person, but then, oh, that's kind of cool looking as well. So it's something to be aware of. We do have Libra. Libra rules the 7th house of relationships. And so I think that's something also a lot of Libras deal with, is they really do want that close relationship and that deep connection, but at the same time, with it being an air sign that is very flirty and charming, they can kind of turn that charm on for everyone. They can also have a really hard time dealing with conflict or those kind of really deep, hard conversations where you set boundaries and stuff, because Libra just wants everyone to get along. So in a sense, this could be a little bit, like I said, of a red flag, where I feel like this person, what they want and what they're actually capable of giving are two separate things. And that's something a lot of Libras really have to learn how to master, is like they don't have to charm everyone. Not everyone has to like them. Not everyone has to think they're nice or cool or whatever. And they can just focus on that one person, but it's something that a lot of Libras have to like grow into. Then we have Neptune, and that rules over Pisces. And of course, Pisces is the water sign, the fish. So Pisces is a great example of this because it is a water sign. It is very emotional. It craves deep emotions, but you know, it's also a sign that can be kind of notorious for like ghosting or texting you one moment and then moving on. Because a lot of Pisces, like I said, it's mutable. They may really like you, but then they may get scared off by the depth of it, just the way a fish might get scared off and dart away if you like make a noise and it sees you there. It's kind of a skittish energy, and maybe what it wants of like the deep emotional connection isn't necessarily as synced up with, you know, what they can actually make happen in reality. Also, Pisces tend to apply their love kind of towards the collective, not an individual person. So it's not necessarily a thing. Of course, there's plenty of all these placements that really want to connect and really want to commit to someone. But I just feel like, you know, all of this combined is giving me that energy of someone that may be on to the next quite a lot. And of course, Sagittarius is all about that. That's why Sagittarius rules the 9th house of travel. So all these signs, when they're kind of unevolved, can definitely seek out lots of different experiences and can be kind of quick to disengage if there's something they don't like. They often tend to be kind of flirty and charismatic, so they may have a lot of options. And it's just, you know, depending on what you want to deal with. If you're like, I don't mind, I have the patience and I want to deal with this person and I'm open to sticking around, then there's so much growth potential. And I'm not saying that every person who picked pile 3 you're dealing with a player, because I do feel like there's people here who may have worked through this issue and now they're at that place of being able to truly commit. But I am getting an energy around this person that what they want and the depth of the connection that they're looking for, they may not be capable of actually reaching and maintaining given how they are with all their issues. So it's something to be aware of, and definitely take what resonates, leave the rest. Anything you're like, no, that doesn't apply, just don't even sweat it and just discard, because this is, of course, a general reading meant for the collective, so multiple people, so not every message will be for you. And if something doesn't resonate in your soul or irritates you, you definitely don't have to take it on. Listen to your intuition to decide which parts of the message is for you. But yeah, that is what I have for you, pile number 3. I really hope it resonates. If it does, just let me know down in the comments. I am curious about this pile, so I would love to know. Also, give this reading a thumbs up, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on notifications. That really helps the channel. If you want more clarity on this situation, especially if it's an early connection or even a later one, you can look at my latest Patreon video, which is what is the purpose of this connection. I also have a bunch of early dating pick cards over there. There's so much content though, over 75 exclusive readings you'll only get on Patreon, and you also get early and ad-free access to all my YouTube videos. So if that sounds good to you, head to the link underneath the timestamps in the comments and the description and join me on Patreon. Also, if you would like to get a private session with me, whether you have one burning question you really want to ask me, or you just want an open channeling session and get some guided messages or hear what your guides have to say, then you can get that at my website, briarrosetarot.com, and book an appointment with me. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I am sending you so much love and light, and I will see you again very soon in another reading. Take care, guys. Bye. Hey Pile 4, welcome to your reading. So if you picked this Four of Wands card, this is going to be your reading. So we are going to do a live shuffle today. I've been feeling the live shuffle, so we're still doing it. Let's get some cards for Pile 4. We want to know what Pile 4's person's intentions are for pile number 4. We got the Page of Swords, the Six of Wands reversed, the Five of Cups. What are Pile 4's intentions for Pile 4? Okay, King of Wands, the Moon, okay, the Page of Wands. Okay, a lot of wands coming out. And let's see, the Star. Let's get one more. We got the Ace of Cups. So there's a lot of wand energy. So with the King of Wands, the Six of Wands reverse, the Page of Wands, it's kind of giving maybe a little bit of a player energy possibly, or it could be someone who's interested in like a short-term fling, or at least, and also the Four of Wands, I didn't even notice that, at least having fun, like having a good time, having an enjoyable relationship, or just they're very attracted to you. So we'll get some more cards and see what comes through. But if you're looking for something serious, all these wands cards could be a little bit of a red flag in the context of a, you know, love relationship, just because wands is all about that passion, that heat, and yeah, that sexuality. So when it's the majority in a reading, it can be like, okay, does this person, you know, want to have fun within the context of a relationship? Do they just want that overwhelming, passionate connection, which can be a beautiful thing? Or are they looking for a short-term thing, not letting their emotions get super deep? So we'll get some more cards, but of course, take what resonates and leave the rest. With the Page of Swords, they also may really want to reach out to you or get to hear from you. I'm also getting the vibe that this person really wants to impress you. The King of Wands is really sticking out to me, and the Page of Wands as well. I feel like this person wants to prove to you that they're smart, that they are kind of a star, and we got the Star card, that they may be really good in bed, that they may be kind of a stud, or like, yeah, just really amazingly gifted in the bedroom. I feel like they do worry about kind of like your perception of them and wanting to make that good impression on you. That's what's coming through really strongly, is kind of like, I want to get that approval from pile number 4. I just don't know whether it's a long-term thing or just like an ego check, an ego tick, where they want to just tick that off and move on and be like, heck yeah, I'm, you know, I'm the man, or I'm the woman. Yeah, I did that. And like, you know, they think of me as this, and now I can move on. So that's something that, you know, does, I guess, raise a little bit of alarm. We do have the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups can talk about a more deep relationship or the beginning of a relationship. So maybe this person is just trying to turn on the charm for you and really make you think of them as someone who can be very good in bed and be a lot of fun and be very sexy and be very attractive to bring you into a relationship. We'll have to get into it a little bit more. But with the moon, I could also see this person kind of putting a little bit of glamour on this situation, like almost showing you a much better idealized version of them. Like maybe if you go over to their apartment, they're cleaning it all really quick beforehand, like burning a candle so it smells good, whatnot, all of that jazz. And then, as soon as you leave, like, you know, they throw their clothes on the sofa. You know what I mean? It may be that they are kind of on their best behavior and they're showing you a version of them that isn't completely accurate. I feel like this person, I don't want to say they would lie, but I do feel like they kind of are trying to definitely impress you, definitely show a good side to you, and maybe not even is fully honest. It could be like that guy that he doesn't have a lot of money, but he takes the girl out to the nicest restaurant in town, and kind of acts like, oh, I go here all the time. Yeah, order whatever you want, because he's trying to show that he has all this money that he doesn't actually have. Or, a girl who's kind of wearing makeup for the purpose of like obscuring her appearance. Of course, we all know makeup can just be a creative outlet and something you do for fun, but maybe it's like deliberately like, oh, I need to like contour on different lips, you know what I mean? And that kind of a thing of like, I need to really change everything about myself. And I feel like there's, just an element of this person kind of stressing out and trying to put their best foot forward, which can be a really good thing, but sometimes can bleed into the category or the territory of kind of like not misleading, but not being fully transparent, not really showing your flaws, not really showing who you really are. I get a lot of excitement with this person's energy. When I tune into their energy, they just feel very excited to deal with you. Like I feel like they really do like you, and they're kind of like wanting to show you off. That's another thing. Like I feel like they wouldn't be trying to hide you. I feel like they would want to like show you off to all their friends, text their friends a photo of you, or be like, oh yeah, this is the girl I'm talking to, or this is the guy I'm talking to, just to almost like as a flex. So I feel like they think that you are really attractive. Otherwise, I don't think they'd be doing that. Or like, invite you to like hang out around town, or and walk through like their neighborhood holding your hand so everyone could see, kind of a thing. You know what I mean? Not like hiding you away, but like the opposite. Like I really want to kind of show you off. But I feel like with this person, yeah, I mean, they do really like you. You may have also felt drawn to pile three, because I feel like this does have some similarity to pile three, but it is a little bit of a different energy. But if you felt drawn to that, then definitely go watch that as well, because there was a little similarity. But yeah, I feel like this person, the thing is, it feels like they're kind of unready. Like I feel like in a way they might act like they're ready, or they may act really stable, but there's still a lot up in the air about their life. There's still a lot that I feel like needs to grow or change or develop. Like I said, maybe they're acting like, oh yeah, like I go to this steakhouse all the time, order whatever, but they're actually really in credit card debt, and they're not, that would be an example of like someone acting like they're ready for something, but they're not actually ready to give you that lifestyle or to provide in that way that they may be acting like they can to impress you. Or maybe, a girl who says she really wants a relationship, and, she wants to cuddle and she's just so like emotionally available, but actually she ghosts you after like 2 weeks, you know what I mean? Or something like that. So it feels like this person, what they may say or act like they are capable of in order to get your attention or to get you to be impressed by them, is different from what they're actually capable of doing in reality. And this card is really sticking out to me, this moon card. Kind of like the way this guy is like looking up at her very adoringly, and she's glowing, and she just looks very resplendent and kind of psychic, and he's just like, wow. In a way, I feel like that's how this person feels about you. Like, I feel like they are really drawn to you and they're very impressed by you, but in a way, it may hold them back because I feel like at the first roadblock, or if there was even the slightest indication that you weren't into them or something, like maybe you forgot to text them back one night and they texted you like good night or something and you didn't respond till morning, their mind might be racing and they may be thinking, oh my God, they hate me, they're not into me. Or you're like, oh, I'm tired, I'm gonna go home, early tonight. And they think, oh, they hate me and they're not into me at all. And they may like have that fear that causes them to act crazy, like an avoidant attachment or an anxious attachment that I think would be hard to work through. So I feel like their intentions are a little bit muddied. I feel like, first of all, they do want to have fun. So it could be that player energy. It could be a little bit of a player, but it also could be just them trying to put their A game on and being very ego focused. Because wands are kind of ego driven, I would say, more so than a lot of other of the suits. But let's get some of these cards and get more tarot for pile number 4. We want to know what pile 4's person's intentions are towards pile 4. Okay, so we got the Lovers. I can't show that because it's got nude people on it. So I really need to like censor this deck because I keep having to pull cards aside. But you got the Lovers, the 5 of Swords. Okay. What is this? I'm always trying to like be careful about how I flip them over, but I love this deck so much, so I'm gonna keep using it. Death. The 5 of Wands. What is pile number 4? What are their pile 4's person's intentions towards pile 4? 7 of Wands. The Princess of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. So we got the Page of Swords twice. 8 of Pentacles. Let's get 2 more cards. The High Priest, which is the Hierophant, and the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, that's definitely the 8 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles coming out separately definitely makes a lot of sense because I feel like this person does want to like flex a little bit, or like they want to seem more put together than they are in their life. In a way, they want to seem like a big success, and I don't know if they're actually there, kind of a thing. So that's important for someone to know. But we did get the High Priest, aka the Hierophant. So this person may also really want to seem kind of like an authority figure for some reason. I could even see this person wanting to seem older for some reason. Like they may want to be older. I don't know what age this person is, but maybe for some reason they want to seem older or more mature than they really are. They want you to kind of like look up at them and think of them as some kind of leader, the way the Hierophant is, and the way he has that power, that spiritual power, is the leader of the group. Whether it's in the church or whether in like a tribe, the Hierophant is someone so many people listen to, rely on, and I feel like that's something this person really wants. They want deeply to kind of get that validation and to come off as someone who is a very functional grown-up person and has kind of like all their ducks in a row in life and is a big success. And again, I don't know, I just feel like with this person, this could easily develop into like a player if it's unevolved. Of course, this could be an evolved energy of someone who's just got some insecurities like we all do, and they're ready for a relationship and they've done a lot of shadow work, but they have these insecurities hanging on. That could be the case, but I honestly feel like it could also so easily just be someone who is really insecure, and it gets in the way of them being able to be honest and open and making them even seek out short-term ego validation. So like hitting on, you know, a random person just because they want that person to be like flirting back, or, you know, going on dates with other people because they need their ego stroked and they need to know they can do that. I'm not saying that's the case for everyone, but that is a little warning coming through with for some of you guys. So just something to be aware of with this person is that there is that possibility. And I feel like this person, it's kind of like I'm hearing when the going gets tough, the tough get going, but they're kind of saying it jokingly, as in like this person may leave. Like when the going gets tough, I think that's a phrase or a joke I've heard. When the going gets tough, I get going, which means I'll leave. You know, as soon as it gets hard, I'm leaving. And I feel like this person could have that mentality of kind of like, I want it to be fun, I want it to be easy, but I'm gonna get really scared as soon as I'm required to do certain things. And as soon as you expect certain things from me, I'm gonna get freaked out and run off. We also got the Page of Swords. I feel like this person thinks of you as really smart and intelligent. So maybe that's why they want your approval so much, and they may really want to come off intelligent to you as well, and kind of have that, again, validation from you about, oh, wow, this person knows a lot. Yeah, I also feel like this person is looking for some kind of like a fun energy, which again, not, I don't mean all of them are players, but I do feel like having fun or having like a good time is important to them, because we got the Five of Wands, we got the Four of Wands, and I do feel like there's a part of them that kind of wants to be like out in the world, experiencing things, playing around, having fun, doing crazy stuff. So it could be a little young of an energy, too youthful, too wild and crazy, you know, if you're looking for something really settled and really, really stable. Let me get some, oh, but we also got the Lovers. I'm looking over at it now. I placed it on the side. So again, I do feel like this person, it could go either way. They could really want that long-term connection with you. I would say the best way to deal with someone like this where you're not sure is maybe to draw things out. Take your time with them, because sooner or later you're going to see what this energy is. And if they're unable to maintain it, and if they are just in that player energy, then you're going to be able to know when, you know, things don't go their way within the first few dates. I feel like you could easily wait this person out, and seeing whether they have that patience will let you know whether they have evolved out of this kind of lower wands energy where they're just very impatient and they want it now, because that's very wand, is like it has to happen right away. It's very present in the moment. So if you do, you know, want to proceed with this person, I would say just be patient, take your time with them, let it develop, let things unfold, because this person may be in an immature energy. And if this is like no contact, this could be someone that is being a player, playing around in order to take their mind off their feelings, in order to kind of not pay attention to emotions, and they may be going through like a wild phase or something. But let's get some more cards for pile number 4. So we want to know, but there is that chance with the Lovers card that this person does want something really solid. So again, I would say be patient and take your time, because this person is going to like show themselves to you. You're going to see whether they, you know, bungle it and don't have any patience and sabotage everything because they're feeling reckless, or whether they can maintain it and they've grown and they can be calm. Yeah, so I feel like there is the potential. They do want they really like you, and deep down I think like their inner self wants a relationship, but it's their human self that's so immature that could sabotage things. But let's get some more cards for pile number 4. What is pile number 4's person's intentions towards pile number 4? We got sensitivity and strength, tapping the forces within, and we got kinship. Oh, and we also got phase entanglement, emotional influence. Okay. Entanglement now always makes me think of Jada Pinkett Smith, you know? Or yeah, she said it was an entanglement. I always think of that. That's a great phrase. Like, she should have been a lawyer coming up with that word for, you know, cheating on someone. It was an entanglement. Honestly, like, really, I do mean that as a compliment to her, because truly, like, she had to find some way to explain it. And entanglement, I actually think, is a great word, though, to describe certain karmic connections you have. So I'm actually not hating. I just think it's, you know, Entanglement, sometimes it's like maybe younger people would call it a situationship, or, you know, a complicated situation, but entanglement is really good. I honestly think that. Okay, journey guide, travel, change in location, thought vibrations, resonant choices. Oh my God. Okay, we're not taking 8 cards, so let me just use this one that flew out all the way. So this one was resonant choices, signature signals, and elementals, nature spirits, the 4 elements. So I feel like this person feels really drawn to you. I feel like they can be more honest with you than they have been with a lot of others. We got this kinship card, which says community, your group. And I feel like for them, the fact that they have been able to talk with you about so much, I feel like you guys have a lot in common. And I feel like this person really feels like they can kind of be honest with you in a way they haven't been able to be with others. But I still feel like for them, they're in a, I don't want to say self-destructive energy, but it's like a young kind of like doing chaotic stuff energy, even whatever their age. Like this seems to be their mentality, is kind of like, I'm just going to do whatever, and not very evolved, not very, grown up. It feels like they're just kind of getting through life and doing, a little bit of a selfish energy. So I don't think this person has like probably don't meditate or whatever. I feel like they kind of live in the heat of the moment, which of course, when you're in a relationship, you kind of have to think long term. So yeah, it could go either way, but I do think they are very drawn to you. And I feel like they feel that connection with you that they really don't feel with anyone else. They feel like they can open up and tell you things that they probably have never told anyone else, and that they probably would be too afraid that they'd get judgment or that the person would make fun of them. And then I feel like they found themselves opening up to you in a way that is extremely rare and unusual for them. Um, they may feel very connected to you on the astral plane. I'm getting that you guys may have a connection up there, especially through like songs. I don't know if you guys have similar musical taste or something, but I feel like there's a connection through like playing music or a song coming on and reminding y'all of each other, even in different parts of the world or different, across town from each other or whatever. Yeah, I feel like this person has quite a sensitive side, but right now they're just kind of in a different vibe for themselves, different energy. Let's get some astrology dice for pile number 4 and what pile 4's person's intentions are towards them. So we got Jupiter, we got Sag, and then we got the 6th house. So double Sagittarius, and this card, which shows a world and travel, reminded me of Sagittarius. It was the first thing that came to my mind, the 9th house. And the 9th house Sagittarius energy is a fire energy. It is a mutable fire of all things. So it's all about trying new things, going new places, exploring the world, broadening your horizons. And it can be a really beautiful energy when it comes to that. But, maybe in a relationship, it's not, you don't necessarily want that partner who's all about exploring everything and trying everything new. You kind of want to move into an energy of more hominess and like being with one person and making that commitment. So obviously, plenty of Sagittarians are in great relationships and can commit, but I think it's kind of a choice a lot of them have to make, because it's very easy, and a lot of Sagittarians might choose to be single and to explore and to try a million different things, because that's kind of part of their soul urge, their soul instinct, and that's okay too. We don't have to all live the same lifestyle or life purpose or whatever. But yeah, I feel like with this person, if they are in that Sagittarius explorative mode where they're just like wanting to try a million different things and, broaden their horizons so much, then it may be hard to get them to really buckle down and commit to things and do the things they need to do. Sagittarius, or Jupiter, I should say, is also about expansion and growth. That's why it's a huge wealth placement that can be a great benefic when it comes to money, but it can also be kind of like out of control growth at times. Too much Sag or too much Jupiter can be a bad thing. It can be someone who is uncontrollably gaining weight, or it can be even a disease growing or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's, of course, there's certain things where we're like, no, we need to limit this. This is too much growth. And with this person, it just feels like they're in that wild, like, I can't wait to explore energy. And with them, I just think they maybe aren't in the best energy for a long-term relationship, even though deep down there is that pull towards you. And for some of them, they may be capable of working through that. Maybe they just want to go to parties and have fun and travel with you. And they are ready to move into that commitment era, and they're just like happy to have a relationship that's just exciting, and y'all are trying different restaurants all the time, and y'all are traveling on the weekends, and you guys are, growing together and learning stuff, and it's that beautiful Jupiter energy, but in a relationship. But for some of you guys, this person is kind of like feeling in single mode to me. Then we have the sixth house, aka Virgo. I do feel like deep down, this person does feel that intellectual connection with you. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, so it's a highly intelligent energy. It's very detail oriented, but very perfectionist. And I do feel like this person could suffer from kind of that low self-esteem of Virgo, where they're very self-critical, they're very hard on themselves. Deep down, I feel like they may hide that behind a veneer of like bravado or acting super cool, but deep down there is that fear that like they're lame or they're not good enough. That kind of causes them to act out. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could see it going either way. As always, please take what resonates and leave the rest. Don't take it on if it doesn't resonate, or if you're like, well, I don't think that's the case. That's totally fine. Use your own intuition, because these are generalized readings meant for large groups. So your reading is in there somewhere, but maybe not all the messages are for you. You know what I mean? But yeah, that is what I have for you. Pile 4. I really hope it resonates. If it does, let me know down in the comments. I always love hearing from you, your thoughts, your stories, everything. And make sure to give this reading a thumbs up, hit the like button, and subscribe. And if you would like more clarity on this situation, you can watch my latest Patreon video, which is all about what was the purpose of this connection. And I also have a ton of other love readings over there, including early dating love, if that's what this is. But there are over 75 exclusive readings on Patreon, and you will get access to all of them as soon as you sign up. You also get early and ad-free access to YouTube. And yeah, we vote, you guys suggest new readings over there. So if that all sounds good, go to my Patreon. The link is underneath the timestamps in the comments and the description. And if you would like to get a private session with me, whether you have one specific question you want to ask me, or you just want a generalized channeling session and see what comes through from your guides, then you can go to my website, briarrosetarot.com, and sign up for a half-hour or a full hour-long session with me, and let me pull tarot for you, read your astrology, or just channel for you. You get to decide how it goes. So that website link is in my description, briarrosetarot.com. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm sending you so much love and light, and I'll be back again very soon in another reading. Take care, guys. Bye.